Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Brian Harris and the New Thought Messengers. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. I'm practitioner Melissa K. Allen. My pronouns are she, her, and I have the honor of welcoming you here to this safe and nurturing space that we call the New Thought Center for Spiritual Living. So grateful that you are here. We are an inclusive, progressive, compassionate community. We're dedicated to doing our own inner work and then living that and loving that and walking that out into the world, making the place a little bit brighter as we go. So I'm very glad that you're here. If you're new or new-ish, welcome. You are exactly where you need to be, and we are so honored and grateful that you chose to be with us here today in community. We've built this specifically for you as you are today. Everyone is welcome here, and that's something that we take such pride on. All are welcome. We honor all paths of the divine, and if you need information, you're going to need information about who we are, what we do, and all the ways we do it. And luckily, it's all available online at newthoughtcsl.org. A link is being provided. There's also information right outside the door at our welcome table. There's information downstairs in our community hall where the nosh will be later. File that away. Essentially, we're really grateful that you're here and that you're taking time to be in community today. I also want to say hello to our friends online. Our NTCSL Colorado is meeting in person today. They meet every month to be in community together, and we're so grateful that we're here. Our online community is just such a huge blessing and such a big part of our community and our global expansion, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But first, I want to take a moment to honor and recognize that here in Lake Oswego, we are on the ancestral land of the Kalapuya people, and we affirm Indigenous history, experiences, and sovereignty, and therefore, we contribute to organizations that promote Native American rights as part of our monthly giving. Folks online, if you haven't already, now is the time to grab a candle, because we will gently select a candle from what I take is probably a massive collection of candles if you're anything like me. We're going to be moving into our spiritual practice in just a moment, so we invite you to be prepared with a candle and join us in candle lighting. But first, let's take a moment and speak together our why. Why are we here? We do that in unison, speaking in one voice, our vision and our mission statement. Will you join me? Our vision, recognizing our oneness, we envision a world that works for everyone and all creation. And our mission, providing spiritual tools for personal and global transformation. Speaking of global, and I mentioned it already, in addition to Colorado being online right now, we have community all over the world that is tuning in live on YouTube. Can we turn around and say a big, huge thank you to our community online? I'm so very grateful for our online hosts today, practitioner Lori Nazarino and Carol Scott. They're holding the fort. They're actually engaging in a very vibrant conversation right now on YouTube. I have a feeling there's a lot of heart emojis happening. Cue the heart emojis. And if you like, be sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. Okay, that's it. But if you haven't done so already, I invite you to silence your cell phones, you at home as well. This will give us an opportunity to be fully present for the next hour or so with each other in community. I think what we need to do now is turn within. Let's shift into our opening blessing, if you will join me. And I'm going to put this right here. So I invite you to turn within in whatever way is most comfortable for you. Oh, and as this sacred breath breathes me, I recognize the oneness. I recognize that infinite allness, this very life that breathes in, through, and as each and every one of us. It always has, and it always will. It is that inner light that illuminates our path to and for each other. It is that sacred yes that empowers our choices. And today, we choose to be here in community together with joy, with curiosity, maybe even with a heavy heart. We choose to be here with and for each other, with and as love. And I'm so very, very grateful to be here in this spiritual community together today. I'm so very grateful for the many hands and hearts that make this moment possible, and I am so very grateful for the revealing of wisdom and truth and love that is happening today. And I am grateful for the willingness to say yes. I am grateful for the willingness to receive it, to live it, and to be it. It is good. It is very good. Oh, and so with such deep gratitude and from this space of love and yes, I just say yes to this unfolding. I say yes to this time together. And so I simply let it be and let it go and let it grow. And so it is. And so it is. Folks online, now is the time to light your candle as we shift into our spiritual practice of prayer set to music.
Blessing. And so it is.
Hello, you blessings to the world. So we are a community that takes care of each other, and a lot is happening right now in our country and in the world, and many of us are grieving. And we want to support those here and online who are in active grief. So if you are experiencing grief or bereavement or anticipatory grief, as your spiritual community, we want you to know that you are not alone, and we are all here to support you during this tender time. And so I invite you to simply receive this blessing from us, your kindred spirits. I invite you to close your eyes. Those of you who are experiencing grief, allow yourself to become comfortable, and the rest of us will support you by extending the following blessing to you. So those of us who are speaking the blessing, as always, we will repeat it 3 times. So let us all take an easy, nourishing breath in. You, beloved, are not alone in this. We are with you. We hold your grief with love, and we surround you in grace as you make your way through this tender time. You, beloved, are not alone in this. We are with you. We hold your grief with love, and we surround you in grace as you make your way through this tender time. You, beloved, are not alone in this. We are with you. We hold your grief with love, and we surround you in grace as you make your way through this tender time. And so it is.
Hello. The following is an excerpt from a poem called Now is the Time by Hafiz, translated by Daniel Lidinsky. Now is the time to know that all that you do is sacred. Now, why not consider a lasting truce with yourself and God? When you finally live with veracity and love. My dear, please tell me, why do you still throw sticks at your heart and God? What is it in that sweet voice inside that incites you to fear? Now is the time for the world to know that every thought and action is sacred. This is the time for you to deeply compute the impossibility that there is anything but grace. Now is the season to know that everything you do is sacred. And so it is. Blessed be. Amen.
Thank you, Barb. Now please welcome Kate Kuipers and Daniel Schweitzer.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, and it feels like home. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make us smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be a part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me all along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me
A
away.
million dreams. I think of what the world could be,
A vision of the one I see.
a million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Woo! Y'all, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much. Daniel Schweitzer, Kate Kuipers, and the New Thought Messengers. Woo! And so it is. The world we're going to make, indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Speaking of the world we are making, I want to personally say a hello and an I love you to our beloveds in Colorado who are gathering today and watching service together. Mwah! Love you so, so, so very much. So, for those of you who may not know, my name is Shannon O'Hurley, and my pronouns are she, her. and this is the day that love has made. Let's take a deep breath together, shall we? It's really just for me, but okay. My talk today is called The Work of Grace. And in order for me to even talk about grace, I first need to establish for all of us the groundwork that is necessary for grace to even happen. Grace requires connection. Without connection, grace is merely an idea. Why? Because grace is love or spirit in action through each one of us. One could say that grace is the great connector. Grace is the living embodiment of spirit or God or source or whatever word you may be comfortable with. Grace is at work through each one of us. Mother Nature is always teaching us about interconnection if we're paying attention. So back in the early 1970s, there was a coral reef in Kaneohe Bay in Oahu, a place dear to my heart. I was born in Oahu, for those of you who don't know. So there was a coral reef there in Hawaii that was close to ecological collapse after decades of really dreadful sewage pollution. Now, this particular reef is approximately 12 square miles. It's huge. It's huge. And on the surface, a coral reef appears to be, one big solid thing. But it's actually not. Scientists understand that a coral reef, is a living community. It's filled with organisms, living things, growing, connected, responding, and belonging together. And when one area of the coral reef is damaged, let's say on one end of the 12 square miles, the entire coral reef feels it. The entire coral reef is damaged. And interestingly, when one section of a sectioned off area of a coral reef begins to heal, there is evidence that the entire reef begins to heal. And so thankfully in the 70s, the people of Oahu decided to do something about the dying reef, and they chose everything necessary to save it. Scientists, ecologists, elected officials, neighbors, local civics groups, so many folks jumped in and helped and made changes. Every single person doing their part, and each of them had different parts to play in the healing of this reef. And sure enough, eventually the harm and the pollution was all finally removed. And over time, this beautiful reef, this living community in the bay, healed. In their decision to work together and to heal the reef, the good people of Hawaii were practicing grace. Mother Nature is always teaching us about connectivity. But here's the kicker. You want to hear the kicker? So is the seemingly mundane. So our interconnection as people, whether we know it or not, cannot be understated. Even the most unremarkable things connect us. I taught our Practitioner 2 class a while back, and one of the readings there was this beautiful teaching from the Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh. And I want to just read you an excerpt. He wrote, "Consider the example of a table. The table's existence is possible due to the existence of things we might call the non-table world. The forest where the wood grew and was cut, the carpenter, the iron ore which became the nails and the screws, and the countless other things which have relation to the table, the parents and the ancestors of the carpenter. the sun and the rain which made it possible for the trees to grow. If you took away any one of these non-table elements, the table would no longer exist. A person who is able to look at the table and see the universe is a person who can see the way. In other words, take this table, for example. This table. It's here every Sunday, those of us in person, those of you online. We light our candle together. We occasionally have flowers on this table that celebrate marriages and births, and often the celebration of a life, a beloved who has passed. This is a table that we share as a community, and if you follow the logic, we are all connected to the carpenter who made this table. Do you see? That's how connected we are. Not only are we connected to the carpenter who made that table, but we're connected to their parents and to their ancestors and to the sun and the rain that grew the tree, that gave us the wood, that made the seemingly innocuous table. A table that for us holds meaning and blessing and ritual. Just like the coral reef, every single aspect of our lives, even a table, connects us to one another and to something greater. The waking awareness of this spiritual truth is the path of spirituality itself, of every great faith tradition that has ever been. Thich Nhat Hanh wrote, "We are here to awaken from the illusion of our separateness." And looking at this very same idea through the metaphysical lens, Ernest Holmes wrote, "Life is a unity, and each of us is a part of that unity." Children know this firsthand. Children so get it. I was at a park recently, not that long ago, and these little kids were playing and they were running around and I thought, they must be cousins or best friends, the way they were interacting. They were, holding hands and skipping and jumping in, and they were making up the story as they went, the game as they went. It was a story, that the imagination that they were following. It was incredible to watch. Have you ever seen kids do that? I don't know, it's like the adult version of a pickup game of basketball. There's this shared goal, this love, and it's just like dive in. And they were having such a great time. And as I was walking, I was turning the corner and I was thinking to myself, oh, out of the mouths of babes. They were just delighting in one another. And one of the little girls, maybe 8, 9, 10 at the most, turned to the other one and said, "Hold on, wait, I don't even know your name. What's your name?" I couldn't believe it. Every single one of us has a memory of that, even the most introverted. Every one of us, our inner child remembers. We have our own way of connecting and not making it so flippin' complicated. Do you know what I mean? It's not complicated. It's like a basketball on the court. Just dive in, go on, it's all good. We're all human. We're all in this one human family together. Oh my gosh, what's your name? That's all it is. That's all it is, but we forget. We forget. I think we're here to remember that. I really do. We humans are innately wired for connection. We're innately wired for co-creating together that which we want to see, that which we want to experience. And we're seeing the most beautiful stories all over Minnesota right now. People who don't necessarily know each other, just diving in, just doing what is necessary to support, to help, to protect. And just like those little kids at the park, we humans not only have the capacity, but we are hardwired to jump in. This is the truth of who we are, and this is the holy work of grace. I spoke a little about grace last week, and I want to build on that and how it shows up for us. So today is February 1st. Happy February. Can you believe it is February? It feels like, I don't know, August maybe? Happy February. Happy February. So February 1st is known in the Gaelic culture, so Irish and Scottish traditions, as Imbolc. Imbolc is a beautiful pagan holiday that marks the halfway point between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. And have you noticed, at least here in the Pacific Northwest, I know it's different everywhere, but the very tops of the bulbs and the shoots are just starting to poke through the cold soil. We are officially in the in-between time, my friends. This is the time when growth is happening underneath often harsh conditions. It's just not visible yet. Nothing has started blooming yet. The ground still looks frozen, and yet beneath the surface, life has already begun to move. Because no matter what, grace is never passive. Grace is always active. Grace is happening beneath the cold soil as we sit here today. Even when it's just seeds beneath the surface, waking up and beginning to turn towards the light, it's grace in action. There's an Italian joke that I love about the activity of grace. So there's a man who goes to church every day, and he prays before, a statue of a great saint. And he says, "Dear saint, please, please, please give me the grace to win the lottery." And this lament goes on for months and months and months until finally the statue just comes to life and looks down and says, "Dear man, please, 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 just buy a ticket." Grace requires action. And it shows up in so many ways, so many ways. Think of a time when you were forgiven for something. That was grace. Think of a time when you forgave someone else for something. That was grace. Think about when someone helped you in your time of need. That was grace. Think about a time you helped someone else in their time of need. That was grace. Think of a time when you experienced a miracle or answered a prayer. That was grace. Now think of a time when you were answered prayer for someone else. That too was grace. Grace is the activity of love, of Spirit, of God, moving through us on behalf of each other, whether we know you or not. In the Hindu tradition, the oldest living written religion we have, it says, "In all beings dwells the same soul." It's ancient. In all beings dwells the same soul. Right now I'm seeing an extraordinary amount of remembering of that truth. There's this palpable caring of one another that I am noticing. Certainly, as long as you don't go to certain areas of the internet, stay away from those areas of the internet. There is so much care that is happening right now out in the world, and I'm seeing an extraordinary amount of it. Even, at the grocery store, at the post office, when you're on the phone with customer service representatives. And I've said this before, but it feels like it's even more heightened now. Do you know what I'm talking about? I was running errands the other day, and I swear to you, every person I interacted with, there was just this willingness and a moment of softness and and connection. Even if it was simply to hold the door open, or to lend a hand, or to say hello, whatever it was. Are you with me? Do you know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I'm seeing on the internet in certain places enormous amounts of support and love and care, comments from people all over the world who are concerned about what is happening in our country right now. Incredible amounts of love. There has been a shift. There is an amplified care from everyday folks. It is a sense of felt connection. And remember, felt connection leads to more grace. I want to say that again. Felt connection leads to more grace. Why? Because when we remember that we are of one soul, we are so much more willing to reach out, to love, to extend, and to be present. And it's a kind of momentum that's happening right now in our country. I mean, look at all of the marches that are happening, all of the civic engagement that is happening. There is a momentum of connection and compassion and grace that folks in Minnesota are modeling for all of us in the most beautiful way. And here's the thing, science tells us that momentum matters. In 2019, a large-scale study published in a journal called Nature Human Behavior examined teams across professional sports and found that groups who had experienced shared success together were significantly more likely to succeed again. So momentum, it turns out, isn't just, an inspiring feeling in the moment. It actually increases a group's capacity to keep going, to reach its goal, or as Daniel and Kate sang earlier, to share the million dreams that we are going to make together. When we can celebrate the wins and keep the momentum going, science tells us that we are far more likely to win again. Are you with me to keep this momentum going? Can we keep this momentum of love and grace and help and care for our neighbors going? So what we are all witnessing right now is this grace that's working through us, that's gathering strength and momentum. As people literally move together, march together with the intention to help and to support one another. Oh, and to, by the way, preserve our democracy. Just little. I spoke more about that last week. If this is your first time here and you want to know more about the New Thought understanding of what all that is. But here's the thing. The fact of the matter is, with everything happening in the news, with this seeming barrage, this past week was extraordinary. Every day, something new. And this is not even to mention what is happening in our own individual lives, in our current circumstances, perhaps private battles or challenges that we might be going through. So the message, the invitation is to go easy, my loves. To go easy through all of this, because it's very easy to get overwhelmed, and then the momentum will stop, which is exactly what the authoritarian regime wants to happen. So we must guard ourselves against overwhelm, meaning we must buoy ourselves from a spiritual perspective, which is what we do here, with tools, with ways, so that we can keep our eye on love, in love, and as love, as we take one step in front of the next. One of the things that I do now all the time, and I'm going to invite you into it, it is a daily practice. I simply place my hand on my heart and I take a deep breath in. Please do this with me. Did you feel that? The power of the divine breath. remembering that it is Spirit that is breathing us. At any moment, we can stop, we can place our hand on our heart, we can take a deep breath in. I invite you to do more of that. It will help. In thinking about grace this week, I was, of course, reminded of our dear chaplain and resident theologian, Reverend Noel McGinnis. May he rest in peace. I am certain that those of you who had the great blessing of knowing him will remember that he left every single meeting or event or conversation with the same sentence, which was, "Stay in the grace. Stay in the grace," he said every single time I had a conversation with that beloved soul. Stay in the grace. Well, understanding that grace is the activity of love with everything that is going on right now in the world and in our own personal lives, how do we do that? Oh, Rev Noel, how do we stay in the grace? How do we stay in the activity of love? I can tell you how we start. We start by consciously choosing grace every day. It is a choice. I believe that grace, the activity of love, grace through us is a decision. Every single day, choosing grace is the walk for people on a spiritual path. It is a daily practice to choose the activity of love. And I want to share with you an easy tool that will help you with this. It's super simple. All right, are you ready? I invite you to consider, just be open to putting in your phone, in your calendar, you know when you make appointments in your calendar, put in your phone, today I choose grace, today I am the activity of love. Just put it right there in your phone, 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., so it's the first thing you see when you open your phone. At the beginning of your day, today I choose grace. You can take a picture of it if you want, that's great. Today I choose grace. Today I am the activity of love. Today I choose grace. Today I am the activity of love. Oh, can you put it up again? Sorry, thank you, John. We have a request. For those who are taking pictures, today I choose grace. Today, I am the activity of love. Or you can do whatever works for you. If you want to play with that, do your own version. Today, I choose grace. Today, I am the activity of love. And what that will do is that will anchor you to begin your day by choosing grace, by making that decision. It's also great if you're in a moment and you know that you have forgotten grace, you can look at your phone and go, yes, Or you can put this on a sticky note. You could put it on a sticky note, you could put it on your bathroom mirror, on your fridge, on your computer, somewhere where you will see it every day. Ideally, multiple times a day. Today I choose grace. Today I am the activity of love. Speaking of love, last week, I had one of those dreams that felt like a message dream. Do you know those dreams? The kind that have nothing to do with the spicy dinner you had the night before? Or all the things that are going on in the monkey mind and the busy mind. But it felt like a message dream that was given to me by an ancestor or an angel. Do you know what I'm saying? It felt important and it felt like I needed to remember it. The kind of dream you pay attention to. I had that gift earlier this week. It was right before I woke up, like right in that moment, just before I woke up, and I heard the most beautiful choir of angels singing. There are no words to describe it. It was a choir of like angels singing and mixed in with color and music I'd never heard from instruments I don't know and can't name. It was what I would imagine heaven to sound like and feel like. It was that. And I thought to myself, oh, I don't want to wake up. This is so great. It was magnificent. And then in the dream, I looked down and there was the most beautiful baby girl who was looking at me with her soul, a newborn baby looking at me with her soul. And there was a connection that we were having. And she was letting me know that this life is love, that this life is grace, that we're all going to be okay. It was pure, unconditional, extraordinary, unbelievable love in that moment. And I felt so much joy. I felt completely connected to spirit as I interacted with the soul of that baby girl. And when I woke up, I had the deepest knowing in my being that that dream was not just for me. That dream was for all of us. It was a reminder that something new and beautiful and connected and holy and pure and good is being born in our country right now. Know this, know this, know this. And while we are currently and most definitely in the midst of excruciating labor pains, birthing this new life, this new world, all of us who are awake, who are woke, she says unapologetically, are bearing witness to the birthing pains for what is right by caring for our neighbors in whatever way we can, by the amplification of the care and the love that I just spoke of that's happening everywhere we go. Those of us who are standing up, those of us who are midwifing this new world through our kindness, which again is not a personality trait, it is a moral orientation. The writer and poet Arundhati Roy wrote, "Another world is not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing." Another world is not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. So, this week, I invite you into the practice of the work of grace, recognizing, like the coral reef or even a table, we are all of us interconnected by the profound love of spirit. Secondly, I invite you to notice grace in your own life through all of the many people who show up as the activity of love in the smallest and biggest ways. It will blow your mind when you start really paying attention to that. And finally, I invite you into the work of grace for others. Consider anything that you can possibly do that is the activity of love for another human being. In this, we are participating in the global peace process. Whatever you can do, however small or large, and you can help yourself to remember this daily opportunity by just putting that reminder on your phone or on a sticky note. Today, I choose grace. Today, I am the activity of love. Because you, my dears, all of you, every one of you, all of you here online, those of you that are going to hear this later in the week or later in the month, we are all helping to midwife with spirit this new world, and we are going to create this together, one act of grace at a time. I can hear her breathing. Let's pray. I invite the practitioners to come forward and help anchor this in prayer with me, and the practitioners online, I invite you to also move inward to this place of affirmative prayer. I invite everyone to turn within to this place of grace, this place of God, this place of love, this place of spirit, this place called by so many names, this love that woke us up this day, this love that is sitting to our left, to our right, in front of us, behind us, through the screens, recognizing the grace in this life, spirit in this life moving through us. I affirm that each of us is doing our part as a midwife, doing our part as a caregiver, doing our part as a protector, doing our part as a good neighbor, doing our part as a holy being expressing love. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be here at this time, to be love together. And in this, I bless all of our friends and our family, our friends who are our family, knowing this same love is right where they are. And in this too, on behalf of each one of us, I bless all the places in our country and the world that are experiencing violence and injustice and pain and difficulty, affirming that this love is right where they are too. It surrounds them, protects them, and loves through them. And so from this place of grace, I give thanks for everyone, for all people, all members of this human family who gather this week in churches and mosques and ashrams and synagogues and temples and centers for spiritual living and planning meetings and PTA meetings and food pantries and kitchen tables, recognizing that we are all the expressions of love at work, that we are all grace in shoes. I am so grateful for this knowing. I'm so grateful for this beloved community. I'm so grateful for the expansion and the understanding of Spirit itself. From this place of love and absolute gratitude, I rest in this truth. I let it be, and I let it become. And so it is. Blessed be. Amen. Thank you all.
Today I choose grace. Today I am the activity of love. That's going everywhere. Thank you, Rev Shannon. Thank you for grounding us and lifting us to the sky. Anything is possible. We're here for it. This is the time for conscious giving, where we get to pay it forward and participate in the circulating of good and blessings. Your contributions and financial support make this community possible fully. We exist because of your gifts, and we are so very, very grateful. Your contributions extend far beyond this center. A portion of everything that you give goes out to organizations that are doing good work in the world and that are living our values. So thank you, and more thank you as we choose grace today. There are many ways to give. We can go online at newthoughtcsl.org. There's text to give, which is 503-966-3236. There's a QR code on the screen for easy scanning for folks at home. And of course, baskets around our sanctuary here today. It's with such deep gratitude that we can share our wealth, share our treasures. And if you have one of these little cards, especially for those that pledge in advance, this is a great way to send your love into circulation. So if you'd like to take this or your gift over your heart, let's speak a word of blessing on our gifts, shall we? From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is, and so it is. Speaking of abundantly, let's welcome Daniel back up with the New Thought Messengers.
I invite you to stand as you're able.
Have you ever met those who keep humming when the song's through? It's like they're living life on a whole different tune. And have you ever met those that keep hoping when it's hopeless? It's like they figured out what the rest haven't yet. The second you realize what you have inside, it's only just a matter of time till you sing, so the back row hears you glide. 'Cause walking just won't do dance, you don't have to know how to. Ever since grace got you laugh, till your whole side's hurt and smile, like you really got something. Why? Like you really got something. Ever since grace got you. So when you're standing in the rain, you might as well be dancing. Why? 'Cause there ain't no storm that can change you. So next time when you feel blue, don't let that smile leave you. Why? 'Cause you have every reason just to sing, so the back row hears you fly. 'Cause walking just won't do dance, you don't have to know how to. Ever since grace got you laugh, till your whole side's hurt and smile, like you really got something. Why? Like you really got something. Ever since grace got you. Ever since grace got you. You really got something bubbling inside of you, spilling over 'cause your life is full. How incredible, undeniable, monumental like the Eiffel, uncontrollable, let your joy flow through. Giddy over pity, pretty please, let me see your hands in the air if you know what I mean. Warm it up, let it go, shout it out, celebrate. When you can't articulate, just sing Amazing Grace. The second you realize what you have inside, it's only just a matter of, it's only just a matter of time till you sing, so the back row hears you glide. 'Cause walking just won't do it, you don't have to. Ever since grace got you laugh, till your whole side's hurt and smile, like you really got something. Why? Like you really got something. Ever since grace got you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ever since grace got you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ever since grace got you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ever since grace got you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ever since grace got you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ever since grace got you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Grace got you.
I so appreciate this music ministry. Thanks, Daniel. The new member first, all the information you're about to hear is on our website, newthoughtcsl.org, and I have a few announcements for you today. Now, the new member orientation that was scheduled for today has been postponed. The new date is Sunday, March 22nd. If you're not yet a member, you'll want to save the date. And we're excited to announce our first ever Healthy Aging Summit, a day dedicated to learning new tools for thriving as we age. We're bringing in experts to teach us about important aspects of health and wellness as we age, covering physical, emotional, mental, and financial health. We will leave with tools to support ourselves and our aging families and partners. That's Saturday, February 21st, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific. Price is only $49 for the day, and that includes lunch. No one will be turned away. All are welcome. And for those joining online, the price is $39. Find more information and register at our website. I'll see you there. All of the details about this and many things we do here are on our website, newthoughtcsl.org. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And just so you know that NTCSL's first annual Healthy Aging Summit, we're going to have 5 guest speakers who are coming in, who are experts in their particular field in this area. So it's really going to be an exciting event. February 21st, that's a Saturday. Save that date. I want to thank all of you here in the sanctuary who helped to co-create, who brought your grace. I could not possibly do this to an empty sanctuary. That would be very difficult. It certainly would not have the feeling that it has when we're all together. And thank you, all of you who join us online, NTCSL Colorado, all of you joining right now from California, all over Colorado, Massachusetts, Nebraska, Oregon, Washington, Wisconsin, Idaho, and Germany. Thank you so much for being with us. Come on up, our beloved platform practitioners, if you would join me. I want to take a moment and thank our online hosts, Carol Scott and practitioner Lori Nazarino. Thank you for holding that space so beautifully and hosting our online community. I want to let you know, if you are new here or newish and you have any questions at all, please know we have a welcome table literally right outside the corner, right around the corner there. Bonnie Duncan and Ginny Perelson will be there to answer any questions that you may have. I'm going to invite our beloved practitioners to come on down front here on the sides. They will be available for prayer with you directly following service. So if there is anything on your heart, if you would like to know grace more in your life, I invite you to simply stay. The sanctuary will turn into a place of meditation and prayer following our final song. Just come on up to them, and you just have to, maybe a sentence, just let them know what's going on, and they will pray with you both here and online. Our beloved practitioners online are also going to be going into a private breakout room for prayer for you as well. So please do avail yourself of that. If you have kiddos who are with our youth and family, our incredible people who take such good care of our kiddos, ask that you please get your kiddos before you go downstairs. They would appreciate that. And go downstairs. If you're here in person, there's great nosh and community and ways to connect and to get to know each other even better. So with that, I'm going to invite you all to please stand as you're able. I'm going to invite Daniel and Kate and Emily to come on up here and join for our final blessing. Come on down, loves. May you go in the light, as the light, and with the light, until we meet again. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. You are so loved. Have a grace-filled week.
I release